Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Huskers in Enemy Territory. Today, I was going to do a reaction to the Minnesota Vikings schedule release. They just released it, I think, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. I hadn't really been able to look over the whole schedule. This will be my first reaction. And then also, I think at the end, I'll try and do a record prediction. We'll see how I do on it this coming year. Honestly, hopefully, they go 17-0 and win the Super Bowl. That's my hope. If that happens, that would be insane. Kirk Cousins would go down as the greatest quarterback of all time. But uh, Bob Greasy type of thing, right? But to start it off, the Vikings play the Cincinnati Bengals September 12th of this year. I believe it's on Fox, so we'll have to see if the game is actually on TV. Hopefully, it is. You never know with some of these early games, you know what I mean? But it will be a localized team, so hopefully it'll be on TV for me. I think we win that game. The Bengals didn't really address the offensive line. Really, it didn't seem like. I think they picked up a guy out of Notre Dame, but they got Jamar Chase. But I don't know. I just feel like Vikings win that game. The next week they play the Cardinals. This game is going to be super tough, I think. Kyler Murray got a couple more weapons. Rondell Moore, off the top of my head, I think they picked up a linebacker out of Tulsa. So I'm not sure about that game. That's September 19th. That game will be. This one's always a hard game. It'll be in Seattle once again. It looks like September 26th. I don't know. Seattle's just always had our number, so I'm not sure how we're going to do on that game, but we'll have to see how that plays out. The next week, October 3rd, we play the Browns. Um, I think that one really depends on how Baker Mayfield plays. I'm not really sure what the Browns did in terms of providing a couple extra weapons. They'll have Odell Beckham Jr. back. Um, I think they picked a defensive lineman for their first round pick. Don't quote me on that, but that's a toss up game. It'll be interesting to see who wins that game too, because of Stefanski being their head coach and being our former offensive coordinator. The next game, October 10th, will be against the Lions. I feel like we're gonna basically sweep that series against the Detroit Lions. Both win both home and away on those. That game's October 10th. The next game, October 17th, is versus the Carolina Panthers. They just recently traded away Teddy Bridgewater, who he didn't really play a lot of games. He was traded to Denver. They have Sam Darnold, so it's hard to say what Sam Darnold will be able to do, but I kind of fully expect the Vikings to beat the Carolina Panthers this week. October 31st, the Cowboys versus the Vikings. That one will be hard because I think Dak Prescott will be back by then. I don't expect him to be hurt, any longer, really. So, if the Dallas Cowboys can really improve that defense, that might be a tough game. The next week, November 7th, we play the Ravens. That's not good. That game is going to be tough. It looks like from here, it looks like it's going to be a home game for us. But That's going to be a tough game. The Ravens are a good team, and you know it'll be no joke. So the one that I'm really looking forward to for some reason is the Chargers because for whatever reason there's this weird rivalry between the Chargers and the Vikings going on, at least on social media, because of the Justin Jefferson and Justin Herbert debate on who was the rookie of the year. Um, I don't know. For me, Justin Jefferson, I think, was the rookie of the year. I know that Justin Herbert had all those rookie passing records, but to break a 21-year, or whatever it was, 21 or 20-year wide receiver rookie receiving yard um, uh, record is pretty impressive in my mind. So the next game will be versus the Packers. Looks like that one will be in Lambeau um, on November 21st. Um, it really depends on if Aaron Rodgers is playing for the team. If he's not playing for the team, Packers are going to suck next year or this year. Honestly, you know, Jordan Love is definitely not ready, and from what I saw from him in college his last year, that dude is trash. I don't know why the Packers picked him first round, but it is what it is. This next game, November 28th versus the 49ers. If Jimmy G's playing, we might stand a chance. But if Trey Lance is just tearing up the league, and we're like regretting the fact that we never traded up and went to pick Trey Lance, it might be a hard game. They're going to basically get everyone back on defense. They picked up who did they pick up for a running back? I feel like they picked up a couple running backs. The Niners are going to be legit, I think, next year. The next game is versus the Lions, December 5th. I fully expect them to win that game, obviously. The game after that is versus the Steelers. That's December 9th. I kind of feel like the Vikings can win this game, too. I don't know. Big Ben seems like he's kind of going downhill, especially in that last playoff game against the Browns. He threw like 8 million picks. They got Najee Harris from the Alabama Crimson Tide or whatever. They didn't really address their offensive line. So if Daniil Hunter and DJ Wanham are just like tearing up the league at this point because Hunter is back and Wanham is only getting single team, I don't know. I think we could beat them guys. The Bears on the 20th of December. That'll be a home game for us. It's kind of a toss-up with the Bears, honestly. I'm not really sure what's going to go on with that team. They have Andy Dalton. Obviously, they have Justin Fields. Is Justin Fields starting at this point in the season, or at this point in the season, or whatever? It'll be kind of a toss-up between Andy Dalton and Justin Fields. Do they want him to sit? You know what I mean? There's a lot of questions for this Bears team. I don't know. I think we split the series. Maybe we win at home, they win at their place. Vice versa, whatever. I mean, I feel like it's a 1-1 type of deal on that. Now the next game is versus the LA Rams, and that's on December 26th. I mean, they have Matthew Stafford, and honestly, the Vikings have pretty much had Matthew Stafford's, number, basically, when he played for Detroit. The one thing that's going for the Rams is the fact that they have an amazing defense, anchored by, why can't I think of his name? The beast in the middle, 99, whatever. It doesn't really matter, but Um, I don't know. I feel like that we could probably beat these guys too. So, um, that's my prediction on that one. Not very much of a prediction, but the next game will be Vikings versus Packers again. That'll be January 2nd. Um, Looks like in Minnesota, which will help a lot. I feel like that we're going to be able to split this series as well, like we did last year. So we'll see what happens with Aaron Rodgers, like I said before. And the last game, it looks like, is in Chicago, and that'll be January 9th versus the Bears. Um, yeah, I just feel like, it's going to be one of those, um, you know, either the Bears win in Minnesota or we win in Chicago or vice versa, you know what I mean? Because it always seems to happen that way with the Bears. I have no idea why that happens. But obviously, this will be the 17th game of the year because they just switched to 17 games. I don't know if a lot of people are aware of that, but now the NFL will be having 17 regular season games and 3 preseason games. So let's go with my prediction on wins. So we got Bengals win. Let's go Cardinals. Let's say loss. Um, Seattle's a toss-up. I could see us going. Let's see, 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, 2-3, 3-3, 4-3, 4-4, 5-4. We'll go. Let's see. That'll be in Minnesota, so I'll go 6-4. Right? One. Let me do it this way. 1 second. 1-1. 1-2. 1-3. 2-3. 3-3. Cowboys 4-3. 4-4. 5-4. 6-4. 6-5. 7-5. 8-5. 9-5. 10-5. 10-6. We'll say 11-6 or 10-7. That is my prediction. I'm going to go 11-6 or 10-7 is my prediction. Last year was kind of a fluke. Hopefully, we had a lot of injuries. Kirk Cousins honestly had a lot of statistical things that were looking good, but he played like shit, honestly. So I'm gonna go 11-6 or 10-7. That's my prediction for the Vikings. Hopefully, that's kind of the overall record for them. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell notifications. If you guys like this type of content, just give me some comments down below. And Skull, and as always, go Big Red.